You are more than your sport. You're a child, a friend, a student, and more importantly, you could be a symbol of hope and love within your own community. Many of us, me included, when we went through high school, we developed our identity on our sport. We thought that we might continue this for our whole lives, or that we weren't looking into the future like that. We weren't thinking about who we were and why we wanted to be that person. All we thought about was what we were doing and how we could do it better. And one way to do something better is to become that thing, to focus your identity on it, and to shift that into who you are. When I was in high school and I was in my own sport, I did develop my identity around it. I wasn't thinking about the future so much. I wasn't thinking about who I was, just how to be better at this thing. And it definitely hurt me in the long run. I don't think I had a full understanding of who I was after I left high school, and that's widely reported among the people who try and focus their identity on sports. For example, from one of my sources, the article by Lance, Dorsch, Bell, and Mason, a lot of participants describe a loss of identity when they aren't athletes anymore. They don't know who they're striving to be. They don't have a goal that they're going towards. They said that they're confused about who they were without sports. This obviously causes an immense amount of emotional distress, because if you don't know who you are, then how can you be here? So it's this issue, the fact that people don't know who they are after these sports, that they develop major depression or anxiety or have extreme amount of stress. And a way to solve that is to find new identity, not in something that's temporary like sports that you can latch onto. And you might say, well, I don't need to. I'm going to be playing my sport for my whole life. You may be really good, but that's really rare, right? You may say, it's too much work to try and avoid, and that's not true, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I think one of the most important things you can do to avoid this, to develop a new identity, if it's already happened, is community service. Community service is a great way to obviously get involved within your community, whether it's even something like sports, like a local athletic league, a police athletic league, whether it's a food bank or a blood drive or a shelter, any kind of shelter. It can help you discover more about yourself. It can help you become a better person, and it can help you start to love who you are again. I'm gonna get my hard evidence right out of the way. From my article from Haskey, Leventhal, and Bargel, it states that individuals who do volunteer develop a stronger sense of identity, a stronger, more stable sense of identity. They experience increased self-esteem, and the study in particular describes the entire process of volunteering as identity construction. And this is through social roles that include competence, contribution, and community connection. It can help you transition into a new stage of your life where you're not just doing it for yourself, right? Because there are team sports, but you're doing it for yourself, for your goals, for what you want to be. Where volunteering is the complete opposite. You're doing it to be hope and love for other people, to lift them up when they're down. And I think that's a really important thing to talk about, because how can you know who you are if you've only been doing it for yourself, if you haven't looked at the world around you? And that's kind of what sports does to you. And I just think it's always important to remember that. I think it's really important for people to get involved in the community, to become a better person, to discover themselves through these things, to find out what they might enjoy. It's only going to take an hour or two every day, or not every day. It's only going to take an hour to do whenever you want to go. You don't have to go every day. You don't even have to go every week or every month. And most places have a food bank within, where I live 5 minutes, but besides that, 15 or 20. It's just really important to remember that you can be and you are more than a player, and that you can make that change today.